Man, it's gotten cold. It's almost snowing. It's snowing on me. Man, it's March. Middle of March. It can't be snowing on me. Ah, the heck was that? Man, I tell you what, the weather just changes too quick around here. All right, well, welcome back. And today we are going to be talking about 10 things that I'm going to say I've improved on, I've learned, gained some knowledge about, and some stuff I still need to work on. So we're going to take a walk up through town here and we're going to talk about it. The first thing is being confident to be yourself on camera. I'll tell you what, that is a lot harder than it seems. To walk around here at my age especially and having a camera up here and talking to it, especially in public, it's been very difficult, very self-conscious about it. But over the last few months, I've been trying to do it more and more. And I feel like I've really gained a lot of confidence in doing it, which in turn has helped me probably be more myself and more authentic when I'm doing these videos. All right, the second point here is being positive and staying positive, because I'll tell you what, doing this here and staying positive is definitely really, really tough. But recently I've decided that I'm gonna step it up a notch and start doing this. And I tell you what, I think that's also helped with my positivity. So that's something I always have to work at and constantly try to keep in my head that, hey, I'm doing this for a reason. I love doing it. I enjoy doing this. And I love the whole process, including editing as of late. All right, let's move on to the third point, and that is consistency, which is really difficult when you have a full-time job. Consistency is really, really tough to maintain. And as I move forward here, I plan on having like certain days I'm going to be doing this vlog that I'm going to be putting it out on, and certain days I'm going to be doing my geocaching vlogs that I'll be putting out on, and try to keep those somewhat separate, but all part of this channel. So hopefully over the next few months, you're going to see a lot more consistent video uploads and also more consistency in my editing, because not only consistency does that talk about uploading videos, it's also consistency in how you're editing your videos. And we'll get to editing a little bit later on in this video. Well, I had to switch hands because that hand was getting cold. All right, the next thing is vlogging in public. I did a whole video about that. You can check that out right here. Yeah, vlogging in public is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I've been really hitting it hard the last month and a half, getting out here, walking through the downtown Cincinnati area and just vlogging. It's difficult, it's not easy, but hey, I'm learning, and I'm also learning that, you know, at my age, 63 years old, I want to stop giving a crap what people think of me and what I'm doing. All right, well, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is focusing on one thing. I'll tell you what, that is the most difficult thing to do. I'm getting all these ideas, and since I've changed this channel and started doing these public vlogs, I've been coming up with all kinds of different ideas that I want to do, but it's hard just to focus on that one idea. So I've got me the OneNote notepad, I believe it is, on Google Play Store, and it's pretty fantastic. It helps me organize my notes and what I want to talk about, then just get out here and wing it like I've done on a few videos. A lot of my geocaching videos though, I basically wing those because you just never know what you're going to get into. And next thing we're going to talk about is editing. All right, let's take a seat here. Woo, it's cold. I'm going to put some gloves on. I'm gonna put my hood up here. Ooh, all right. So for me, editing has become more about not worrying about transitions and all that fancy stuff, but it's more about make my cuts as smooth as possible. I read in that one book called How to Edit Videos that people want to watch, and they talk about transitions. And transitions, what she said was that people who use transitions are just covering up a bad edit. And that really stuck with me. So that's why you've noticed on my videos lately, very few transitions. I do some fades here and there, maybe when I start in and maybe when I go out, and maybe one or two here and there. That's about it. But more about what I'm trying to do is keep my subject matter centered or in view from one cut to the other, and making that cut as smooth as possible from one video clip to the next video clip. And that's difficult to do. It takes a little more time, but I've really enjoyed learning that and doing that. And I think I've gotten a lot better at it, and I keep working at it. And it is really, I think, made a difference on my videos. I'm going to say at least 60, 70% better than what they used to be. And now the next thing is, and it goes right along with editing, is learning to cut my darling. I've watched the video editing podcast. It's a really, really, really great podcast. I mean, I love it. And that was one of the things he said. Edit out your darling. So sometimes you've got to really look at your videos and say, okay, yeah, this don't really fit in that video, and I probably should just leave this out. I'm gonna say my last video, it was the video I did about the black mist filter. And that video, when I got done, was like 15 minutes long. I was like, holy cow. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna put a 15-minute video out about this. So I went back through and I cut out a lot of pieces that really I didn't need to have in that video, and I got it all the way down to 8 minutes. So I cut almost 7 to 8 minutes out of that video to get to that 8 minutes. And I'll probably do the same thing here. There's gonna be a lot of things here that I probably just cut out. Man, the snow is not stopping. So the next thing I want to talk about is story. That's something that I really need to keep working at and trying to learn to bring my story out in my edits. And that's something that I learned from one of my favorite content creators called Itz Sky. I'll leave a link in the description below for his channel. He's really, really cool, lives in the Netherlands, an American that moved over there and stuff. But that's something that he said on one of his videos, is learn to tell the story with the edit. Something I'm still working on, something I'm still trying to figure out and learn how to do that. I think I'm getting better at it, and hopefully it shows on my videos. All right, the next thing is getting out of your comfort zone. Doing these public vlogs, that's definitely way out of my comfort zone. Something that I just have never done. I've done geocaching videos, but generally we're not around too many people. So yeah, getting out of your comfort zone is definitely one of those things that I've learned to do, and to stop worrying about what these other people think. These people don't give a shit what you're doing. And that's what I got to keep telling me in my head, that, hey, nobody really cares. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is just trying to improve with each video edit. One of the things I'm really trying to improve on is look at the camera instead of at the screen. And the more I use this Pocket 3, the more I become more comfortable in just looking at the camera instead of looking at the screen. But I'll tell you what, this dynamic framing that's on this Pocket 3, it is fantastic. It works really well. I will definitely do a review on it and kind of maybe give a little tutorial review of how to use it and how I've been using it. And here's one last thing I'm going to put on here. One thing I've learned, and Actually, this is my second attempt at this video because the last time I broke my SD card. So I have a whole video of doing this exact same thing on a broken SD card. But something I learned on that one is that I'm gonna get out here, do all the video stuff that I wanna do, and then once I get done with that, then I'll go around and do some B-roll. And that seemed to like really work the last time I did it. I got all this taken care of, went out, did a bunch of B-roll afterwards, and it would have worked out great if I wouldn't have broke my SD card. That was a tough one, man, is breaking that SD card. So, but anyway, that's all I got. Hope you all enjoyed this. If you could, please like and then subscribe down there at the bottom. And don't forget, you can always buy my wife a coffee. The link is in the description below. So, as always, be safe out there. Take care. We will catch you next time.